I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why this camera does that. I think it's an overheating problem, but we deal with it as it goes. Anyways, so like I was saying, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought throughout that whole process. Anyway, we were talking about Fight Song by Rachel Platten, and I was explaining how with my last job, how I got backstabbed by a friend, or somebody who I actually considered them more than a friend. I considered them family. My bad. And it hurt. But with Fight Song, when all this happened, I kind of fell, I don't want to say into a depression, but I was depressed about the situation. Because I have family members that do suffer from depression. I do not consider myself somebody who suffers from depression. But at this point, I was extremely depressed. I had worked so hard to try to get this position that I wanted so desperately. And was backstabbed by somebody who I considered to be closer than family. I was devastated, and Fight Song came out around that time period, and I mean, I love that song. I really do. I could listen to that on repeat and it wouldn't get old. And I just like, this is my fight song, get back my life song, and it was kind of like that, pump you up, like, keep going, Michelle. You got this. Something's coming. So I would hear that song and I'm like, it's okay. I got this. I totally have this. I'm going forward and I'm moving on. Because sometimes you need to prep talk yourself. And, I mean, wanting a better position may not be the biggest problem in the world. There are way bigger problems in the world than this. But for me, I wanted this so badly because me and Joe are trying to accomplish things and move forward with certain things in our lives. And that would have helped greatly. And then to be backstabbed by somebody who I loved and trusted, it was a devastating blow for me. I couldn't talk to this person for a very long time. And then I learned, I ended up going like, okay, congratulations, I'm glad. They knew. They eventually apologized to me like, listen, you should be sitting where I am. I'm like, absolutely, I should be. I told them flat out, absolutely, I should be. And they did apologize because they realized that they weren't ready for that position. Not that it matters. I know with training, this person can be. And that's fine. But in the end, it worked out better for me, and I'm in a happier, more beautiful place, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity that I was able to achieve through situations. It's amazing how a negative situation can turn to a positive, and I try to look for that even in the darkest of hours. If you want me to talk, this one story really shaped me as a person and me and Joey's relationship in many ways. Another one of those situations or videos where I'll have to like kind of mentally prepare. But it was around the time of my grandfather's death. That's actually when I started filming YouTube videos. So if you want me to talk in detail about that time period, let me know down below. That was a very dark time, and actually, one or two of these songs from this list kind of helped me through that time as well. But sometimes you just have to pull yourself together and keep going forward. Kind of like that movie, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a Disney film. And their saying is keep moving forward. Meet the Robinsons. They keep telling you keep moving forward. And that's what you gotta do. Even in like the darkest times, something negative can turn to something positive. And I learned that through quite a few different scenarios. My life hasn't been the hardest life. There have been people who have lived a harder life than what I have. But I've been through some very difficult situations that have shaped me to who I am today. And I'm very grateful for that. And for the opportunities that I've been given to help others who have gone through similar situations. So that's why that's why I turned to YouTube, because it's a way for me to vent for that time period and to kind of teach others as well. So if you want me to talk about that, that was some very dark days. But I will be willing to talk with you guys about it and just give you a little bit of insight. Also, if you want to do, I want to do a question answer video or a couple of question answer videos. Ask your questions down below. It could be about anything. And I will do a video specifically on questions and answers. I've been wanting to do that for quite some time, but I thought it would be something fun to do. So now we got through those two songs, we're going to go to the next one. The next two are from movies. One is from a actually there's six. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. Three are from movies, one's from a show. One is called The Underground, and this was by the late David Bowie. When I got the news, I was so extremely devastated about David Bowie. I love him. I love his music, and my number one favorite movie growing up, and to this day, it's still my favorite movie, is The Labyrinth. And David Bowie, as you know, played the Goblin King, and I absolutely adore that movie more than you'll ever know. I could watch that movie on repeat. I love it. And that one is... Underground's just a wonderful song. It's only forever, not long at all. No one can blame you for walking away. Now, I'm paraphrasing. This isn't the whole song. Obviously, look it up on YouTube. No one can blame you from walking away from too much rejection. Life can't be easy. It's not always swell. Don't tell me truth hurts, little girl, because it hurts like hell. And that song's helped me through quite a few situations, including my past relationship. It's only forever. I mean, I love the way he says it, because he makes it sound like it's so passé, that it's not a huge deal. It's forever. And no one can blame you for walking away from the situation. Life isn't easy. It's not always swell. And it's true. Life isn't easy. It's not meant to be easy. I had this thing I found on Facebook. It was hysterical. It said, life isn't easy. If it was, no, life is a bitch. If she were easy, it would be called a slut. I'm sorry. But I thought that was absolutely hysterical because it's true. Life isn't easy. But The Underground says, life isn't easy. It's not always swell. Don't tell me truth hurts, little girl, because it hurts like hell. And normally the truth does hurt, but that's kind of those character building moments for us. So I love The Underground. I love anything by David Bowie. And honestly, the majority of the songs from Labyrinth, I absolutely adore. But Underground's maybe like the number 6 on the list, probably the lower level, but there's still stuff that I can find strength in with that song. There are 3 more on the list. I'm trying to think of which order I should do these in. I guess we'll just do with how I have them written down here. Ain't No Road Too Long. Now, this came from the first Sesame Street movie called Follow That Bird, which was released in the 80s. Ain't No Road Too Long was sung by Waylon Jennings and Big Bird. As you guys know, I'm a big kid at heart, and the remainder of these songs are from children's-themed movies or TV shows. I can quote you the song word for word, and this song has helped me through breakups. It helped me through that abusive relationship because it's true, and it gives you strength. My favorite line in the song is the chorus line, and it goes, ain't no mountain you can't climb if you turn on... I'm getting myself done. Ain't no mountain you can't climb. Ain't no mountain you can't climb. If you hang on tight and just make up your mind, once you set your heart to moving on, there ain't no road too long. And I love that because it's true, and it's helped me through so much. When I first went through my abusive relationship, I went back with this guy 4 or 5 times. We were on and off. It was disgusting how many times it happened. And every time we broke up, I would tell myself, there ain't no road too long. You'll make it through this. And I did, and every time I made it through it, the idiot came back, and idiot me took him back. When you're young, you learn these lessons. And I'll still sing this song in times where I'm upset or I need that extra strength because there isn't any road too long. I'm sorry, guys. I've done a 14-hour shift today and my words are slurring. I apologize ahead of time. There isn't a road too long. It always takes... My dad likes using the phrase, how do you begin a journey? One step at a time. And that's an old saying anyway. But baby steps, and eventually you'll complete your journey. This goes in so many things. Whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're going through and leaving an abusive relationship, you start with baby steps. Or even I quit smoking 5 years ago. It's one of those things, you start with baby steps. Nothing is conquered in one day. It's going to take you a while to slowly go through the motions to get to where you need to be. Ain't No Road Too Long is one of those songs where it's like, you're right. There's nothing I can't accomplish if I put my mind to it. Just keep working hard. Set yourself mini goals in between that larger goal, and you'll make it there. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but you will eventually hit that goal. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next one. This one's from Fraggle Rock. As you guys know, I adore Fraggle Rock. I love them to pieces. And this song is called Keep On Smiling. And this one was in when Moki wanted to be a poobah, which is kind of like some secret society in the Fraggle Rock world. And she thought that they were a solemn, sacred group, and the rest of them felt they're just a silly group. What's your problem here? But Keep On Smiling, it's a silly song where they talk about a bunch of things that make no sense. Again, type in Fraggle Rock, Keep On Smiling. You'll find the lyrics on here. And for me, my favorite part is also the chorus on this one. Keep on smiling, worth will be worthwhiling. If you keep on smiling, life smiles back at you. So, very true. You gotta just keep that smile on, whether it's sincere or not. Even in certain jobs that I've held, they say always keep a smile on. If the person can see you or not, they can hear the smile in your voice. And that is extremely true. I've learned that through experience. So, you just gotta keep on smiling, and eventually things will be okay. Keep going forward. Keep moving forward. Keep smiling. Everything's gonna be alright, and keep having that faith that it will be. You have strength, you have stability within yourself, and keep going onward. Don't stay stuck in one position. Don't take a step back. Keep going forward. Baby steps are the key. And that's what I believe in. And the last one, but certainly not least, and this one, I don't know if you've ever felt this, but there are certain songs or lyrics where you feel like you have wings and you can just fly away. And this is one of them. I love this movie, and I kind of relate to the character in this film, more so than others in the Disney films. This one I got from the movie Brave. I love Merida. Even though growing up I adored The Little Mermaid, I adored Alice in Wonderland. Those were my favorite films growing up. When Brave was released, I very much felt an attraction to Merida. I kind of felt like we were like a kindred spirit within each other. She's a very feisty girl, and she has something to prove. I love this princess more than you'll ever know. I kind of wish that they made this movie when I was a child, because she would have definitely been my favorite. Anyway, the song is called Touch the Sky by Julie Follis. Again, I could be pronouncing the name wrong. But I love, they have the flute, and it's a very Irish song. I'm not Irish, but I really love the sound of the flute, and it's definitely have a very strong Irish or Scottish theme in the song. And it says, I will ride and I will fly, chase the wings and touch the sky. So she's just saying, and in the entire movie, this girl's got something to prove. She doesn't want to get married. She wants to pull back her arrow and ride off into the sunsets and just have fun being who she is. And I can kind of relate to her in many ways, like I've said. Anyway, Merida is, I think, probably, as far as looking at some of the Disney princesses, because I wouldn't necessarily agree that the majority of the princesses are great role models, so to speak. You can see the theories on some of them here on YouTube. Merida, though, has a very strong spirit, like Mulan does. And to be herself and to be who she wants to be, even though her parents are trying to force her to be something she doesn't want to be. But Touch the Sky is basically, you have no limits. Keep moving forward and keep touching that sky and don't look back. And that's what I love about that song. If you listen to the chorus and you listen to just, not even the word, just the sound of the music, it makes you want to dance. It makes you, I think it's just called Irish step dancing. There's actually not far, in the area I live in, there's a predominant German area, which is the area I live in, and a predominant Irish area, which is like literally right next to each other. And there's a lot of the Irish step dancing. Those outfits are absolutely gorgeous, and they always have those perfect little curls. I'm so jealous because this hair cannot hold the curls to save its life. But you listen to that music and it brings me back to that town and the Irish step dance and all the fun, because the Irish know how to party. Let's face it. You guys know how to party. And it just puts you in that up-spirited mood from the music, and then the words just put everything together. It's a wonderful song when I'm in one of those moods where I need to, like, kind of be... how's the word I'm looking for here? Fight song is when I'm needing to, like, push myself through something. Touch the Sky is when I'm motivated to, I'm taking that extra step and I'm going to meet my goals and just fly away. And so those days where I just want to, like, feel lifted and light is when I listen to Touch the Sky. Anyway, those are the 6 songs that I find inspiration in. This was more of a rambling video. I think all my videos kind of ramble at some point or another. But I've gotten many messages from many of you recently about looking for inspiration and what struggles I've gone through, or what have you guys have gone through. Some of you have gone through some very difficult struggles. And I thought that maybe if you guys are going through a struggle and you are looking for maybe, that's what I'm looking for, strength, or just something to listen to kind of get your mind off or put your mind in the space that you need it to be in, those are the songs that I use in those moments. So I thought maybe if I passed that knowledge on to you guys, maybe it would help one of you. Like I said, I am going to be making that video about my abusive relationship. And if you want me to talk about, like I said, when I first started YouTube, I used YouTube as a way of coping with the loss of my grandfather. But there was a lot of things going on at that time period. Not just his death. There was, like, pardon my French, but a friend uses this term a lot, and they're like, it was just a shit show, and that's exactly what was going on at that time frame. So if you want me to get into details about that, let me know down below. And of course, like I said earlier, I want to do a question and answers video, or a series of videos along those lines. So please put those questions down below. I will be asking those also on my Facebook page if you're not a member of that. Definitely check that out. Same name as on here, Michelle Vixena. About questions, answers, my favorite subject, my upbringing, those kinds of things. There's quite a few videos that I want to be working on, but I have a few ideas and those are the ones. So if I need your help, obviously, to do the question and answers ones, I can't just make my own questions. Anyway, so I hope that this video, 2 parts, has helped some of you. I love your feedback. Message me, comment, let me know. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been my strength as well through some very dark times. I've been able to just come, turn my camera on, and be able to talk to you guys. And sometimes that's all I need to get through the day as well. So you guys are also my inspiration and my strength. Remember that. So always find inspiration and strength within yourselves. I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.